We have a situation here that probably warrants the declaration of an emergency situation by the governor.
According to Senator Tom Atta, chairperson on the Committee of Transportation and Public Works, last night Senator Judy Wampat told members of the legislature, DPW, and the public that the current problems with DPW school buses warrants a declaration of emergency. Atta says the primary reason for this emergency stems from point number 14 of the Adequate Public Education Act that ensures public students have a regular, timely school bus transportation to and from school. Atta says last night's hearing was a follow-up on the cost estimates for the maintenance and repairs for DPW schools. DPW was able to identify $220,000 for the cost estimates for the repairs on the 36 buses that were identified during the August 20th meeting. Atta also states that DPW was able to identify $150,000 within their department to be able to fund the procurement of these repairs. Atta says some of these parts are not available on island and may take up to 6 weeks before any of these buses get repaired.
That's not satisfactory. It'll be Thanksgiving. The kids will be out of, on vacation before these buses are repaired. We've got to take more timely action and get these buses back up on the road.
Speaker Wampat determined that a declaration of emergency could expedite the procurement of the necessary parts and services and to cut through the bureaucratic red tape to get the buses repaired.
This is an emergency, and when the governor declares it an emergency, he immediately can access $250,000 without having to come to the legislature. You don't need to go out and do 3 price quotations. You just go out, it's an emergency, you get what you need, get it repaired.
According to DP Deputy Director Jesse Garcia, it's also been the government's budgetary constraints that limits DPW's ability to order equipment or supplies for the upkeep of the school buses. He also says 2 representatives from private bus companies testified that DPW would need a bigger budget to keep up with their fleet.
The fleet that they operate is not even half of our fleet at DPW's bus maintenance. And with the budget that they use to maintain their fleet is 5 times more than what we're given through our budget to maintain the fleets at DPW.
Garcia says DPW is currently operating within its means. He feels if DPW had the proper funding, things would run smoother. He says the legislature needs to look into DPW's budget for bus maintenance and operations.
We only can do so much with what they give us, and what we're trying to do is stretch that dollar, and only so much you can stretch it.
And the budget is?
I think this year is like 80-some thousand is what they're giving us, just for maintenance, and that's not even enough.
The long-term fix, quite frankly, that is necessary, will need to come from the legislature. In their budget, there was nothing of any mention of maintenance, and the administration has given the resources that are required to handle today's current need.
In the meantime, there will be a follow-up hearing for the bus crisis scheduled for next Wednesday at 6 p.m. David Macaluso, PNC News.